As we have almost reached the end of the state visit to Ireland, it is with sincere gratitude and deep appreciation that I thank Your Excellencies for the unsurpassable and fraternal hospitality with which you have received me and the delegation that accompanied me. It was unforgettable. It's not written, but I'm going to say. It was unforgettable because it was so warm, so warm, so warm. It was much warmer than in countries where I have my family living, Portuguese-speaking countries. Brazil, a part of my family, Angola, Mozambique, was even much warmer than in those countries. And all of a sudden, looking back at these 2 days, I would say almost a lifetime, I saw my life all of a sudden in what was really important for me. First of all, friendship. Friendship. Life is made of friendship. Your friendship will never be forgotten. Second, university. I'm a professor. I was a professor, I'll always be a professor. Just by chance, I was member of a constituency, I was in politics, party politics, and then was elected President of the Republic. So, receiving a doctor honoris causa from UCD was going back to university. My last lecture was in 2018, at the age of 70, a long time ago. So I went back to those days. The colleagues, the students, the whole ambiance. Then books. Books, most of your identity comes from your language, your culture, your literature, your poetry. And so you have some of the best bookshops of the world. Because in every one of them, you have major authors, yours, you also, dear friend, and then other friends that show us the way. And finally, remembrance, peace and reconciliation. This morning, I thought a lot about what we Portuguese had to build throughout those more than 40 years of democracy, having been a colonial empire, having left something good, something evil, as all the empires leave behind so many centuries. Having lived the revolution at the age of 20, having had members of my family that were political leaders in dictatorship, and then I was elected president in democracy, you could not have another example of what means reconciliation inside the family and between families. We are a small country. Everyone is cousin of everyone. So throughout our history, we had cousins that fought for liberalism and cousins that fought for absolutism. We had some of them that were monarchists, others republicans. And today, this morning, listening to the experience of those that lived that unique moment of Good Friday, of the agreement, living nowadays the experience that we can summarize saying peace is not something perfect. It's a procedure. One builds peace, freedom, and democracy every day. Every day we are winning or we are losing. And then in this wonderful country, with these wonderful people, old nation like Portuguese nation, crossing the oceans like the Portuguese did, with an enormous, important and vital diaspora. Allow me to salute those belonging to the Portuguese community living here, younger and older. They love Ireland. They love for you and for us at the same time. They are Portuguese, but they're at the same time Irish. And we know, both of us, Irish and Portuguese, that what makes the difference between the nations and among the nations is the human being, is education, is innovation, is culture. That makes the difference. That's why I was so glad for having had the opportunity during lunch of speaking about the oceans, research on the oceans, what we're doing together, not just researching, but preserving the oceans and protecting biodiversity. Even if I thought for very long that we had very strong ties, now I'm even more certain, and the members of Parliament just arrived will agree with me on that subject, that Portugal and Ireland will committedly pursue the path of continuous deepening of our friendship and partnership. Bilaterally, the two of us, within the framework of the Reals Group, our countries, our governments, our people within the European project, and also multilaterally. And thinking of the Portuguese community here, I must thank them for years and years and years. The young students today in the university, the colleagues, professors there in other universities, so many professionals, so many Portuguese that are coming every day to join and to learn with you. For all these reasons, and once again, using the words of the Portuguese poet Miguel Torga, this time histórica, I raise the fraternal cup of my chant, and in your honor, drink without drinking, no, the sweet wine of friendship and peace. Long live Ireland, long live Portugal.